So in this video I'm going to talk with you all those poker wannabes who want to be a professional poker player and those who have seen dreams like Phil Hellmuth, Daniel Negreanu winning millions of dollars. So let me tell you, the grass isn't greener on the other side. Okay, how you start out, what is your win rate, how much experience you have in the current scenario, it's actually very difficult, for anyone, even average players to win consistently in online poker. You already know, how much cheating is going on. And in live poker, if you have a very high IQ, you are going to win. you know you have a very high IQ, you can read what your opponents are having. So, and you are very tight. Say you're just playing aces, kings, queens, jacks, and all the hands you are folding, and you are mixing it up, a little bit here and there, playing some pairs and all, sometimes playing some suited hands and all, and even when you have something like top pair, top picker, you are folding when opponent puts you all in. So that way you are going to make decent money. But what starts happening is, you start becoming loser and loser as your skill level increases. You think you can handle it, but you end up then start losing. So you should not fall into that trap. You should always, before you go into any single game, you have to decide your range, what your range should be. If the table becomes too loose, then what your range is going to be, how that range is going to help you gain an edge on the opponents. Okay, in any poker game you take, if the game is fair, if the deal is fair, if flop turn river are going to be fair, random, then everyone is going to get the same kind of hands. The only difference that is going to lie is what edge you have, and that edge you can get if you are reading what your opponent's hand range is, or what his exact holdings are. If you can predict that, or if you're actively looking for tells, and you are actively looking for fishes on the poker table, those who have lost their mental balance after a couple of bad beats, and they are just playing too loose, too aggressive, and then you're taking advantage of those players. So then you can be ahead in the long run. And other than that, everything in your life needs to be set. Okay, if you're having some problems in your life, do not play poker. Sort out those problems, because you do not want any problems to creep over in your poker games. Okay, you should not be having any financial difficulties. If you're having financial difficulties, you're not going to perform, you're just going to think in terms of money. Okay, so what is going to happen is that you will just think in terms of money. Okay, you are not going to think about the game. When all those chips are there, big pots are there, the only thing that matters is how I can win some money and get out. And then again you come, you double up, you go. Okay, so that is not the way you are going to make money in poker. Because if that is the scenario, your life is not set. you do not have some other side good side income and all, you your finances are not right, your savings are not right, you are not comfortable, and you do not have proper house, proper food, proper system, then how are you going to perform? Then the only thing that you can do is play a few tournaments and see if you can make a big score. So let us say you save some money and you play $1,000 tournament, or say a $2,000 tournament in in 6 months or a year. The amount that you are not afraid to lose anytime you get in a situation that let me just bet this, and your life depends on that amount. So that isn't the right way to play. Anytime you should be able to walk out of the casino. Your stack is there, you walk out of the casino. It's not an issue, no big deal if that money is gone. With that attitude, if you play, take out all the money aspect, focus on the game. That is the correct way to play poker. Okay. So so just assume in your life, no poker is there first. Try to set up your life, try to get a job or something, and get all the other things set in life. Get some side hustle and all, some small business, whatever your skills are, use that, and get on with your life. Start doing your work, start your routine, and on the weekends, just 1 or 2 hours you can go and pass the time. So initially it should just be a kind of a side activity, side hobby for you. Then say everything is set for you, then you can fully perform on the game. You can start learning what are the uh, best ways to play a certain hand. Okay. So that you can focus on. Or if if you're not set, you just get on with your routine. You basically focus on your work, focus on your life, focus on your health, and play a few big prize money tournament where at the top you can get a really big score. At all other times, use online to learn, play free rolls and all, play a lot of free rolls. Then whatever money is earned from free rolls, play other tournaments, and think of your stack completely in big blinds, and try to survive till in the money, and then try to take down few tournaments. So that will give you some confidence. Okay, I can now win any tournament no matter what the stakes are, because ultimately any tournament the stakes do not matter. Okay, it's all relative. You play a $25 tournament, and you will need to do nearly all the same things that you will do for $1 million bind tournament. So some things may be a little bit different, like what the blinds are, what is the rebuy strategy, uh, how the players are the players bothered about or not. For free roll, players may be extremely loose, but for high bind tournaments, players may become tight. So that you have to that you will get through experience. So once once you nail down a big score, say, and I do not know which geography you live. Say if you are living in USA, a big score can be something like $200,000. Okay, so or $300,000. So you can buy your own house, you can have your own car, and you have a big bank balance. Now you're going in for $200 games. Your side business is going on, and you lose one pint, you lose 10 pints, you lose 20 pints, it doesn't matter to you, it won't make you any difference. So that is the way to play poker. Anytime you are risking significant amount of money, anytime money gets in the game, your game will get spoiled. You will start chasing, you may start chasing your losses, okay? And once that thing starts, once money gets in the game, then anything can happen. Then you may one day say, okay, I have this 100k, I will just try to make it to 100k. I will sit with 100k, and you will start taking risk. And when that risk taking mentality develops, so then you are going to lose it all. The only thing that is driving you at that stage is, take risk, take more risk, take even more risk. You are not satisfied. $200 buy-in games is not giving you satisfaction, because you are not, no risk is there. So that is nothing but risk taking mentality. So you have to snap out of that. You have to, as a professional poker player, you have to take a non risk taking approach. You do not want any risk, you're playing it just for the love of the game, okay? And so for that stage, you have to set everything in your life, your work, your house, your finances, your side job, side hustle, and everything else. Just think, for that period of time, that poker doesn't exist, poker is not there. So if poker was not there, what you would have done to set your life? So think in those aspects. And then first work your life, get everything set, then you can play, poker, just for the love of the game, improve. And when you do get a big score, then you can, jump up the stakes. Always try to keep, 100, 500 pints, 500 pints, 1000 pints, that's even, better. You do not want to adopt any risk taking mentality. So with this, uh, I will quit this video, and hopefully I'll give you some better tips for Texas Hold'em, Pot Limit Omaha, and OFC, and also some other games. Okay, thanks a lot.